Hello and welcome to this journey of tidying up, specifically designed for those of us who, like me, find joy in cherishing the life we've lived. As we enter the later stages of life, our homes should naturally reflect the wisdom and peace we've cultivated over the years. Our focus should shift from acquiring to cherishing, from accumulating to simplifying. It's so easy to let things accumulate over time, isn't it? Memories tucked into every corner, items that have served us well but now sit idle. But just as we tend to our gardens, letting go of what no longer blooms to make way for new life, so too can we approach our homes. This isn't about discarding memories. It's about creating a space where the ones we hold dearest can truly shine. A home that brings a sense of calm and order, allowing us to focus on what brings us joy in this precious season of life. Over the next few chapters, we'll explore specific areas where clutter tends to accumulate and how, with a gentle touch and a mindful heart, we can create a home that sparks joy and reflects the peace we hold within. Let's begin this tidying festival. Magazines and newspapers, they hold a certain allure, don't they? The promise of new information, captivating stories, and helpful tips. It's easy to feel compelled to keep them, thinking we might return to them someday. Perhaps there's an article you wanted to clip, a recipe you plan to try, but let's be honest with ourselves. How often do we actually revisit those stacks of magazines or piles of newspapers? Time seems to slip away, and those once current issues become buried under new arrivals. The information they hold becomes outdated, and the joy they once sparked fades. Holding on to these outdated materials can create a sense of stagnation, a feeling of being weighed down by the past. Remember, our homes should be spaces of peace and inspiration, not repositories for outdated information. So let's approach these items with gratitude for the knowledge they once brought us, and release them with grace. Recycle them, share them with others who might find value, or simply let them go, knowing that by doing so, we create space for new experiences and fresh perspectives to enter our lives. Furniture, much like cherished friends, becomes part of our life story. Each piece holds memories, from family gatherings around a sturdy table to quiet evenings spent in a favorite armchair. It's natural to be hesitant about letting go of these pieces, even when they no longer serve our needs. However, holding on to unused furniture can make our homes feel cluttered and cramped. That spare bedroom, once a haven for guests, becomes a storage space, filled with furniture that blocks the flow of energy. A once spacious living room feels smaller, weighed down by pieces that no longer spark joy. Instead of viewing this process as saying goodbye, consider it an opportunity to honor the purpose these pieces serve. Perhaps that sturdy table can bring joy to another family starting their journey, or that unused armchair can provide comfort in a new home. By letting go of furniture that no longer serves us, we create space for a more functional and joyful home. Imagine rooms filled with light and air, where every piece serves a purpose and brings a sense of spaciousness and calm. That is the gift of tidying up. Our home should be spaces of peace and tranquility, filled only with things that spark joy. But sometimes we hold on to items from the past that no longer serve us. Remember that old boombox with the tangled cassette player wires? It once brought us joy, yes, but does it still? Holding on to these outdated gadgets clutters our space and minds. Let's choose to surround ourselves with the technology we use and love. Freeing ourselves from outdated electronics creates a serene environment. Our homes should be havens of peace, reflecting our heart's true desires. But sometimes an abundance of knickknacks can turn our sanctuary into a chaotic display. While each piece may hold a memory or sentiment, too many can overwhelm our senses and prevent us from fully appreciating the beauty of each individual item. When we surround ourselves with an excess of objects, our energy becomes scattered, making it difficult to truly relax and unwind. Imagine walking into a room where your gaze is pulled in countless directions. Does this bring you a sense of calm, or does it leave you feeling visually overwhelmed? Tidying our knickknacks is not about discarding memories. It's about curating a collection that sparks joy and adds to the overall harmony of our homes. Take each item in your hand and ask yourself, does this spark joy? Does it reflect my current aesthetic and aspirations? By carefully selecting the knickknacks that truly resonate with us, we create a more intentional and visually appealing space. Remember, a clutter-free environment fosters a sense of peace and allows our most cherished possessions to shine brightly. Our homes should be our sanctuaries, places where we feel safe and secure. Address the often overlooked area of expired medications. These outdated vials and pill bottles pose potential risks to our well-being. Letting go of expired medications is an act of self-care. Create a healthy and safe environment for ourselves and our loved ones. Expired medications can lose their effectiveness and become harmful. Gather all medications, checking expiration dates. Properly dispose of expired or unused medications. Tidying is about creating a space that supports our well-being. Clearing out expired medications creates order and serenity. A clutter-free medicine cabinet contributes to a harmonious home. Hello and welcome back. Today we're talking about something very close to my heart: clothing. As we get older, our style evolves, our bodies change, and our wardrobes need to reflect that. Holding on to clothes that no longer fit, or that we haven't worn in years, can lead to a cluttered and overwhelming closet. Each piece of clothing should bring you joy. When you hold a garment, ask yourself, does this spark joy? Does it make me feel confident and beautiful? If the answer is no, it's time to thank the garment for its service and let it go. Remember, letting go of clothes doesn't mean disrespecting the past. It's about creating space for the present moment and the joy that comes with living with less. Imagine opening your closet and feeling a sense of calm and delight, surrounded only by clothes you love and wear. Donating clothes you no longer wear can also spark joy in others. By passing them on, you're giving them a chance to bring happiness and confidence to someone new. Let go of what no longer serves you and embrace the joy of a curated, intentional wardrobe. Paperwork, the necessary but often overwhelming aspect of life. As we age, it's easy to accumulate stacks of bills, documents, and mail, creating visual clutter and unnecessary stress. But just like with our physical belongings, we can apply the KonMari method trademark to find joy and order in our paperwork. The first step is to gather all your paperwork in one place. Don't be daunted by the task. Take it one step at a time, and remember to treat your documents with respect, even if they don't spark immediate joy. Once you have a clear picture of what you're dealing with, you can begin the process of sorting. Discard any outdated or unnecessary papers. Bills more than a year old, expired warranties, and junk mail can all be safely recycled. For important documents like tax returns, medical records, and financial statements, consider scanning and storing them digitally to minimize paper clutter. Creating a designated space for incoming mail and bills can prevent future pileups. Set aside a tray or folder where you can sort through mail daily, discarding junk immediately, and filing important documents right away. Remember, a clutter-free space leads to a clutter-free mind, allowing you to focus on what truly sparks joy. The kitchen, often considered the heart of the home, should be a space that inspires creativity and nourishment. However, over time, it can become a haven for unused gadgets and appliances, taking up valuable counter and storage space. Take a moment to open your drawers and cupboards. Do you see a melon baller you've never used? An electric ice cream maker gathering dust? These items, while well-intentioned, might not be sparking joy in your kitchen. It's time to assess what truly serves your culinary needs and what can be let go of. Holding each item in your hands, ask yourself, when was the last time I used this? Does it make cooking more enjoyable? Or is it simply taking up space? If it doesn't spark joy or serve a practical purpose, it might be time to thank it and let it go. Remember, a clutter-free kitchen is a more inviting and functional space. By letting go of unused gadgets, you create room for the tools and ingredients that bring you joy in the kitchen, allowing you to cook and create with ease and inspiration. Chapter 10:9. Old Towels and Linens. As we journey through our homes creating serene and joyful spaces, let's turn our attention to a category often overlooked: towels and linens. It's easy to accumulate these over the years, tucked away in linen closets and drawers. But ask yourself, how many towels and linens do you truly use and cherish? Old, worn-out towels, though they may hold sentimental value, often no longer spark joy. They might be faded, frayed, or simply past their prime. Holding on to them out of a sense of obligation only creates clutter and prevents new energy from flowing through your home. Instead of clinging to these faded memories, consider thanking them for their service and letting them go. Donate them to animal shelters, where they can bring comfort to furry friends, or repurpose them as cleaning rags. Remember, by releasing what no longer serves us, we create space for what truly sparks joy in our lives. Chapter 11. 10. Broken or unused tools. Our homes should be havens of peace and functionality, and that includes our tools. Whether it's a hammer missing its handle or a rusty screwdriver, broken or unused tools can create unnecessary clutter and weigh down our spirits. We may hold on to them with the intention of fixing them someday, but often that day never comes. Take a moment to examine your toolbox. Do you have duplicates of tools you rarely use? Are there tools that bring back memories of past projects but no longer serve a purpose in your current life? Just as with other items, it's important to assess whether your tools spark joy or evoke feelings of guilt or obligation. If you encounter a tool that is beyond repair or no longer brings you joy, express your gratitude for its service and let it go. Donate it to a local charity or recycling center, allowing it to find new life and purpose. Remember, by releasing what is broken or unused, we create space for tools that support our current needs and aspirations. Chapter 12. 11. Outdated decor. Our home should reflect our evolving tastes and bring us a sense of joy and inspiration. Over time, however, our decor can become outdated, no longer resonating with our current aesthetic preferences. Just as we embrace new experiences and perspectives, our homes too deserve a refresh. Outdated decor can make our spaces feel stagnant and cluttered, preventing the flow of fresh energy. Take a look around your home. Are there decorative items that once brought you joy but now feel tired or out of place? Do you have old posters, faded artwork, or knickknacks that no longer reflect your personal style? Letting go of outdated decor doesn't mean erasing memories. It's about creating space for new experiences and allowing your home to reflect your current self. Donate or sell items that no longer spark joy, giving them a chance to brighten someone else's home. Embrace the opportunity to refresh your space with decor that resonates with your heart and brings you a renewed sense of joy and inspiration. Chapter 13. 12. Unread books. Many of us find such joy in books. We cherish the stories they hold and the knowledge they contain. But just like any other item in our homes, books deserve a place where they can spark joy. When bookshelves overflow with unread volumes, it can start to feel less like a library and more like a burden. Holding on to unread books, especially those we may never open, can prevent us from creating a truly joyful and serene space. Remember, it's not about discarding books entirely, but rather curating a collection that reflects our current interests and aspirations. Take each book in your hands. Does it spark joy when you touch it? Do you envision yourself reading it cover to cover? If the answer is yes, then it deserves a place on your shelf. If not, it might be time to let it go with gratitude. Donate it to a local library or share it with a friend who might cherish it. Remember, our homes should be spaces of peace and inspiration. By releasing the books that no longer serve us, we create room for new experiences, new stories, and a renewed sense of joy in our surroundings. Chapter 14-13. Unused craft supplies. Craft supplies. They hold such promise for creativity and self-expression. However, if your craft corner has become more overwhelming than inspiring, it's time to tidy up and rediscover the joy in making. Often we accumulate craft supplies with good intentions, envisioning future projects and creative endeavors. But if those projects haven't materialized and those supplies are gathering dust, they might be hindering rather than inspiring our creativity. Take a moment to appreciate each item. Does it spark a thrill of creative possibility, or does it bring a feeling of guilt or obligation? Holding on to unused craft supplies can block the flow of creative energy in our homes. By letting go of the supplies that no longer serve our creative needs, we create space for inspiration to flow. Donate them to a local school or community center where they can spark joy in others. Remember, a tidy and organized craft space can reawaken the joy of creating. Chapter 15:14. Duplicate items. In our quest for a tidy and joyful home, it's essential to examine our belongings with a discerning eye. Often we find ourselves holding on to multiple items that serve the same purpose. These duplicates, while seemingly harmless, can contribute to a sense of clutter and disorganization. Do you really need 3 can openers? Or 4 black sweaters that look almost identical? Holding on to duplicates just in case often leads to a sense of stagnation and prevents us from fully appreciating the items we truly use and love. Remember, a joyful home is not about abundance, but rather about having precisely what we need to live a fulfilling life. Each item in our home should have a purpose and a designated place. By letting go of duplicates, we create a sense of clarity and order. We free ourselves from the burden of excess and allow ourselves to appreciate the unique value of each item we choose to keep. Remember, true joy lies in simplicity and sufficiency. As we journey through the tidying process, we often find ourselves face to face with items that hold sentimental value, such as our shoes. It's easy to accumulate shoes over the years for every occasion and season, but remember, our homes should be a sanctuary of joy, and that includes our closets and entryways. Take a moment to hold each pair of shoes in your hands. Do they spark joy when you touch them? Do they still fit comfortably and make you feel confident? If the answer is no, it's time to thank them for their service and let them go with gratitude. Old shoes that are worn out, uncomfortable, or no longer fit can create clutter and weigh us down. By releasing them, we create space for new opportunities and experiences. Imagine the feeling of opening your shoe closet and seeing only the shoes that bring you joy, ready to carry you through life's adventures. Remember, tidying is not about deprivation, it's about surrounding yourself with the things that spark joy and enhance your well-being. Let go of the shoes that no longer serve you and step into a more joyful and organized life. Many of us have the best of intentions when it comes to exercise. We purchase equipment with dreams of a healthier, more active lifestyle. However, if exercise equipment is sitting unused, gathering dust, it might be time to reevaluate its place in our homes. Unused exercise equipment can take up valuable space and become a source of guilt or frustration. Instead of allowing these feelings to linger, let's approach this category with a sense of gratitude and liberation. Thank the equipment for its intended purpose and acknowledge that it may be time for it to find a new home where it can be used and appreciated. Imagine the space that can be freed up by letting go of unused exercise equipment. Perhaps you could create a cozy reading nook, a dedicated art space, or simply enjoy a more open and inviting atmosphere. Remember, our homes should be a reflection of our aspirations and our commitment to living our best lives. By releasing items that no longer serve us, we create space for new possibilities, both physically and mentally. Let's choose joy and create a home that supports our well-being in all aspects. Our homes are meant to be havens of comfort and functionality. Outdated or broken appliances no longer serve us. It's important to ask if they spark joy. These items can create disarray. Holding on to them prevents us from welcoming newer models. Let's release them with joy. By letting go, we create a more functional kitchen. As the seasons change, so do our needs, and this includes the furniture we use to enjoy the outdoors. Perhaps you have a patio set that once saw many joyful gatherings but now sits empty, gathering dust and fallen leaves. If the joy is no longer there, thank the item for its service and let it go with gratitude. By letting go of unused outdoor furniture, you open up space for new possibilities, new experiences, and new memories to be made. Sentimental items connect us to cherished memories and loved ones. Each holds a story, a feeling, a moment in time. It's natural to keep these items close, but when they become excessive, it can feel overwhelming. Choose a few items that spark the most joy and let go of the rest with gratitude. Consider creating a digital album. It's about creating space for cherished memories to shine. As we navigate the journey of life, our homes should serve as our sanctuaries, spaces where we can relax, recharge, and embrace each day with joy and gratitude. By letting go of clutter, of items that no longer serve us, we create space for what truly matters: cherished memories, meaningful connections, and a sense of peace and contentment. Remember, tidying is not just about discarding items. It's about consciously choosing what sparks joy and creating a home that reflects who you are in this moment. It's about surrounding yourself with items that bring a smile to your face, evoke cherished memories, and inspire a sense of peace and contentment. As you embark on your tidying journey, remember to be kind to yourself, to trust your intuition, and to let go with gratitude. Your home is a reflection of your journey, and by creating a tidy and joyful space, you create a sanctuary where you can truly thrive in your golden years.